Dead ass.
Great for any of our teams.
Nope.
If I'm not mistaken, we went 0 for 3 on a personal team games last week. Some of our teams look worse than others. Not really. Well, yeah, some of our teams did look worse than others.
Well, my team 0-2 now.
Oh yeah, we on Friday, so your team did lose 2 games already. So the Giants are the first 2-game loser in the NFL. Congratulations to them for that. First team to 2 losses in the league. You know what I mean? Represent for the losers.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that. We brought it up. The Giants are now 0-2, and everybody know I'm not a Daniel Jones supporter, and not even a Daniel Jones supporter. And that's his quarterback. Josh don't like Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? Nobody likes Daniel Jones. Maybe Daniel Jones' mom, but
it wasn't his fault.
Let's talk about it.
It wasn't his fault at the time.
So, Ant, I'm gonna give you the floor. How is it not Daniel Jones's fault?
Penalties was the Achilles heel of the whole game. Very undisciplined team, man. We was just both sides on the defense and offensive side. It was just holding call, pass interference, all the little things that can sway a game happened, and just a lot of miscues. Like we would have won the game if Slayton would have caught that touchdown pass. If
Some may argue that holding that touchdown pass was an overthrow as much as it was a drop.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can look at it that way, but if you're out there, if your fingers can touch the ball, you can catch it. Yeah. And we pay you to catch the ball. It ain't gonna always be perfect, but there was nobody around you. It was like no middle linebacker coming to pressure it, so you got a little nervous and you dropped it. You was on a deep route, slightly overthrown, yes, but he could have caught that. I seen others catch it, and sums up the Giants season so far, man. 0-2.
They did seem undisciplined in that game. Those random, even the offsides at the end of the game, which in retrospect wasn't the offsides. It was like he jumped the ball perfectly. If you ask the Twitter police, but even that thing, like those things only happen to undisciplined teams, which is weird because it comes off that discipline is like Joe Judge's like number one thing. Like it's like we got to be a disciplined franchise to come from the Patriots. He got like that little kind of fake Belichickian thing going on with him, and it works until it doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, it looks really bad. Like if you a coach that coaches like that, but you're not winning, it looks terrible.
Yes.
So I personally think Joe Judge is a good coach, but I think that he needs to start seeing results sooner than later before we start hearing his name for next coach fired. What's this, year 2 or 3 for him with the Giants?
3.
3 years is a long time.
I thought it was 2.
Was it? But it's what is the 3rd year?
Oh, that's crazy.
I think I don't know. I asked the residential Giants fan for this answer, but I don't know how long he's been with them, but I just know that he had high hopes. Well, a lot of people didn't know who he was. Apparently, when he showed up, like, who's Joe Judge? And he turned out to be an okay coach. He definitely coached up a good defense.
Second year, my fault.
Second year. He coached up a good defense. I think his only mistake really so far was not being, well, that's not really him as the GM. Gettleman's our GM, right?
Yeah.
Dave Gettleman. I think it's really on Gettleman for not seeing that Daniel Jones wasn't it from last season and just making that move in this draft. It was too many quarterbacks in this year's draft for them not to have made the move. And I know Daniel Jones wasn't terrible in the game, but he just wasn't making enough plays. And at the end of the day, that's what this is about. If you don't got a team that's going to carry you, you got to make plays. Yes, the offensive line is terrible. Terrible. And I think that was like a recurring theme for all 3 of our teams, just bad offensive line play, which shows you how important that is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that they have to shore up the O-line for sure. And I just don't see it with Daniel Jones. I've seen other bad offensive lines work with a quarterback who can make plays. So I can't put it all on him. I can't put it all on the O-line.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Daniel Jones survives me coming at him this week because she actually played great. For me, it was more like the play calling. It was like you could tell they was playing it safe. it wasn't enough plays down the field at all for me.
True.
And the same thing for offense that was with defense. They're playing a zone where they don't want something to happen over the top. You could tell that it's just like, oh, just get these checkdowns. But the checkdowns was working for Washington.
So it's like, want to keep everything in front of them kind of situation.
Yeah. So it's like you have the corners to get a little risky with your play calling. You have the receivers to get a little risky with your play calling. And even though we come at Daniel Jones, we know he could throw deep. Yeah, why are we limiting this whole team if y'all always say y'all believe in this team so much? I think that was my problem.
I think it's because he got 41 turnovers in 29 games.
Hey, man, no turnovers last.
But I'm saying, like, maybe those turnovers was because they kept the ball, like, away from being in risky situations. I would say I seen him miss a few. I would say let me start over. To me, Daniel Jones' worst trait is that he doesn't go through his progressions quick enough. He is very much like 1, 2, 3. Like defense gonna get there about 2.5. You know what I mean? And a lot of times in that game, there were people open in the flat for easy first downs and just easy ways to keep the ball moving. And like, he just doesn't have that quarterback like awareness to always know where to be with it. And that might more than arm strength. Awareness might be the number one quarterback like skill, what you really need to feel how the pocket's closing around you, where the pressure's coming from. And I think that's why he fumbles so much, because he doesn't know where the pressure's coming from. Yeah. Like, so, but like Josh said, I don't want to be too hard on Daniel Jones because he was not terrible in this game. He made a lot of plays with his legs more than his arm, which is something that they should rely on more too. Like those designed runs were working for him. Like that fake to Saquon and break left, that worked hard a few times.
That's another thing that was baffling to me. It was just like, you see the RPO is working. Why y'all stop doing it?
I don't know, man. Maybe Gettleman is maybe
Jason Garrett or Jason, because Jason Garrett is the
OC. Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. It was just really weird to me because Washington, and then you had the interception. You had the interception for the game to be over. It was like 1 minute, 2 minutes left. What's up with the play calling? We giving it to Saquon,
who battling back from the injury, so not 100%.
And another thing, if you can't run the ball, then that means everybody know you're gonna pass the ball, which means your play action means nothing. You know, it's just so much things off with this team. Yes, the core of the problem is offensive line, but I think even if you fix the O-line, we would still look at Daniel Jones as like, damn, if he was only a little bit better, like, because he's not horrible, he's just not good enough to get you over the hump. Like, I think right now the median level for a quarterback that can get you to like the Super Bowl is like a Baker Mayfield, Jimmy Garoppolo type. Those guys who aren't great but can make the throws, know how to manage a game, and that's really the game plan that John should be following. That San Francisco, that Cleveland, just run the ball, pound the ball, and make him make those 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 throws. The plays that like easy, but you got to get to fucking 3rd and 6 and 34 for not 3rd and 15.
Yeah, but the reason why they can't run the ball because their offensive line is horrible.
Trash. Drafting a quarterback in the first round and then not putting good offensive linemen around him should be like a reason for the league should fine you for that. It's like, yo, you're destroying this kid.
And to be fair, I'm not gonna say like they was, because they actually drafted an offensive lineman. It's just they have a lot of injuries too. Because I feel it. My Jets going through it too, and so I feel you on that one. It's like every week or practice they lose an offensive lineman. So it's really crazy. And there's another thing I wanted to, before we move on. Sterling Shepard looks like the best receiver on the team. You played Kenny Golladay for what?
Told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas.
Ja was right. Ja was right.
Man. Kenny Golladay is trash, and fucking Sterling Shepard is, I wouldn't say he's great, but he's super consistent. Every week he's gonna get open and catch the ball. He's going to. He's just really good at getting open and catching the ball. And this has been for like what 3 years now. He pretty much been their best receiver, and we just keep on trying to find a better receiver than him. And it's like your best receiver's right here, bro. He right here. Like stop looking for him.
That money could have been used somewhere else.
He reminds me a lot of Victor Cruz. He does, but Victor Cruz he had those moments in the Giants jersey where you go like, oh, remember that Victor Cruz game? But
yep.
Because he's more healthy. Victor Cruz more healthy. Yeah,
that's another thing. Yes, that's the one thing that kills Sterling Shepard, his health. But when he on the field, bro, he do the damn thing. Great route runner, good hands. I like him. But Giants are 0-2. Hopefully they can get it right. Who y'all playing week 3, Ant?
We look at the schedule, man. Let's see what we got, man.
This is normal to Ant at this point. Was this 5 years in a row?
Yeah, 5 years in a row. We started off 0-2. We play the Falcons next week.
That's a winnable game.
It's winnable, but I feel like we're gonna find a way to fuck it up. I'm not gonna lie.
Saquon gonna have a big game. I'm calling it now.
Saquon gonna have a big game. And the Giants, for all things wrong with the Giants, one thing they're great at is defending the tight end. And the Falcons have plans of using their tight end a lot this season. So if you could take that out, and Calvin really don't look that good without Julio across from him.
Thank you.
The numbers said otherwise. The numbers said he's actually better without Julio on the field, but small sample size. You know,
but they only scored 6 points.
Well, I'm talking about like last season. They were saying like when Julio wasn't on the field, his numbers were better. But that's a small sample size. Now when they got a key into you every week, and you the number one guy every week, and they on you every week,
corners.
It's different. Ask Juju. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Juju thought it was all
definitely ask Juju.
But let's not stay in the past too long. But let's catch up on some of our favorite things from the past. Let's go over some of our favorite week 1 storylines. I'm gonna give Josh the floor first. Josh, what was your favorite or storyline you most want to talk about coming out of week 1?
I'm gonna sound like a homer, but it is looking like another 3-win season for the Jets, man. That's my favorite storyline right now.
Is it just
favorite?
You want to avoid that one.
I'm already looking at mock draft, guys. That's why it's my favorite right there.
In 1 week. In 1 week.
PTSD like a motherfucker.
Listen, bro. I have to come back and apologize to the Panthers because I said we was gonna be
No. You are not the Panthers. Mr. Darnold.
No. I'm not apologizing to him. He had McCaffrey. I don't care.
Yo, it's funny though. Like, remember we said it's gonna be like a rivalry game, like Saquon. Sam Darnold versus the Jets. Niggas forgot Robbie Anderson was over there, bro. Hit the one play he made. 57-yard touchdown to the crib.
I was loud and wrong. Okay. And that's why. This is why it's not my favorite storyline, but I owe it to a Panthers fan that I said we was gonna smoke. So I'm sorry, Panthers. I'm sorry a little bit to Sam Darnold. You lucky you have McCaffrey.
Look at you. How you compliment a nigga with hate?
That's such a backhanded compliment.
He said, "I'm sorry, Sam Darnold. You lucky you got that good."
Yo, why he had to have a great game against us? Save that for like week 2 or some shit, bro.
No, he had that in the tuck for y'all. And shout out to the NFL schedule makers because they made this like. The fact that they gave us Jets versus Carolina week 1 was a really good matchup. I like that a lot. They definitely, the NFL, one thing they get a lot of slack for, every week they give the people what they want. Every single week, there's games that we are excited for every week in football. Yep. So gotta give them credit for that because that's a great way to start the week off. It was 14-19 and that shit was riveting. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even like a good game. And that shit was like, oh shit, who gonna win? Like,
we don't know.
Yeah, it was just like, yo, they can still win it. Oh,
yeah, exactly. But just to like jump in this little Jets talk because we here right now. We're gonna do a little team focus a little later, but we're gonna talk about the Jets right now. I did like how Zach Wilson looked. I did. Like all things included, like the ball was getting out there with zip. He didn't have too much time back there to get it out, but like it was getting out there with zip. When he moved around, he looked a lot better than he was stationary. Like when he rolled out and shit like that, I liked it a lot.
Great minds think alike, Ja. That's all saving for team focus.
Oh my bad. Let me back up there. Let me back up.
Great minds think alike.
No, I'm gonna leave it alone for. We're gonna leave.
I like hearing outside praise.
We're gonna leave this here for now. All right, Ant. So what's your week 1 storyline that you would like to bring into week 2?
Just want to give all the haters big told you so. By haters, I mean Ja. about my boy Jalen Hurts. You know, the Hurts business week 1 is booming so far.
Business.
The Hurts
is
business
this your
booming.
is this your fucking no, it's not even your team, so you can't have a team focus these niggas. All right. So I'll let you finish and I'll say what I gotta fucking say.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I know
don't steal my point. Don't steal my point. You know what I'm gonna say? Yo, try Eminem me from 8 Mile. Don't do that. Don't use my point before me. And then
I just want to give a disclaimer. The Hurts business. The only reason I rock with him so much is for fantasy purposes. But I really feel like he showed week 1, even though it was a weak team, according to Ja. But I feel like the dual threat of running and being able to throw the ball. It showed. He connected with Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. I never know how to pronounce his last name. So he shows that he has like a rapport with his weapons. He shows that he has comfortability with this offense and it's designed for him, knowing that he was a starter coming in. We're in the age of dual quarterbacks, man, that can run and throw. So I feel like Jalen Hurts is he's fine in this NFL. I feel like he's going to make his mark this season. It's going to be a breakout year for him. So watch out.
All right. So now can I avoid all the shade you just threw at me?
Yes, you can rebuttal.
Anyways, I was wrong last week. I might be wrong on the season. I might, because I had them being shit all year, the Eagles. So I'll take that right now. But let's not act like they didn't beat the Falcons. Let's bring it back real quick. Like, he did look good. Jalen Hurts looked really good. I like the Hurts business thing. And that might be a shirt idea. I'm just saying. And you could just I'm not against Jalen Hurts, black quarterback, love it. I did not like what I saw last year. I think all those receivers are still garbage. Like, I could catch a pass against the Falcons. I could. So probably y'all too. You know what I mean? Let's not get out of business. Let's not get out of hand with Atlanta's defense. They were never like a world beater. So I'll take that. I'll take that one on the chin. But yeah. So the Hurts business. The Eagles.
I got Philly beating San Fran this week anyway, man.
Damn, this nigga ain't done double down. You might as well become an
Eagles.
That's right.
Fan. Nah, I can't. Division rival, but I fuck with the quarterback, man.
Okay, so now it's my turn because since y'all over here, and you picked a division rival, and how disgusting. Ugh.
You see how fantasy sports manipulates your fandomship, man?
Ugh. Like the football fan of me wants to bring up the Steelers going into Buffalo and ravaging the Bills, but I'm a Ravens fan, so fuck that. We're gonna talk about the Saints packing Aaron Rodgers and the packs up. Literally, Aaron Rodgers had the worst game of his career. Like, literally. Like, I read a stat that said if he would have thrown every pass that he had directly at the ground, he would have had a higher QBR than he ended that game.
You that ass?
Like, yeah, he was shit on a stick. And how is he not embarrassed? They put Jordan Love into the game. Like, a lot of that was really embarrassing. Like, first of all, getting punched like that. Like, they're probably after the Bucks Super Bowl favorites coming out the NFC. Like, that would be like, I'm assuming everybody's NFC title game, not everyone's, but most people's NFC title game is Bucks versus Packers. And you get beat by a team that most people had missing the playoffs after they lost Drew Brees. And not just beat, they got embarrassed. And Aaron Rodgers had all this attitude for Matt LaFleur after the game. Oh, I wouldn't call us getting embarrassed. You lost 38-3. Yeah, you got embarrassed, bro. Like, Jameis Winston outplayed you significantly. What he threw 14 passes and 5 touchdowns. Come on. Like, what are we even talking about? It's like they had the Space Jam body switch moment. It felt like for a minute. It was like, what is happening?
The Monster switched to football.
Yeah, and then if you compound it with all like the off-season drama with him and the coach and like going on vacation and posting up selfies with Miles Teller on, you know what I mean? All that bullshit they did, like, it just looks bad on him. It does. It was this was step one in Aaron Rodgers being like not chased out of Green Bay, but if this season continues in this trajectory, which I don't think it will, they'll get it together. Aaron Rodgers might have a real unceremonious like exit from Green Bay. Because if one thing the fans in Green Bay care about more than any player is that team. So if it seems like his offseason drama bled into the season and made the team like play like this fan base will turn on him fast.
This is saying how you get him is like
how you lose him.
How you lose him. How they ran Brett Favre up out of Green Bay. They about to do the same thing to you, buddy. Because It clearly looked like he threw the game. In my book, I was watching the game like this nigga's throwing this game.
I was trying to stay away from that word, but there are people who feel that way. There are people I have heard people say that he threw that game.
I feel like with all the off-season tension between management and because he almost retired.
Yeah. So
he was almost out. So I feel like that was a statement of you only go as far as I take you. So
that's crazy. That could be a real one too, man. And it's like the tension continued after the game. Like the most aggressively he answered comments was like in response to what his own coach said about the team.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it wasn't pretty for all the people out there in Green Bay, man.
Just a little heads up.
So,
but let's move on to just touch on we spoke on some of our favorite week one surprises. I would say the biggest NFL surprises week one was the Saints beating the Packers, Steelers beating the Bills.
Can we give an honorable mention to the Cardinals?
Yeah, well, I don't even think that's more of an honorable mention. Like, it was a good game, but I think the Cardinals just put everybody on notice yesterday, last Sunday, we one of them teams. And y'all don't have to see us.
Going bananas.
Chandler Jones had 5 sacks.
Yeah. So 5 sacks for Chandler Jones, 5 offensive touchdowns for freaking Kyler Murray. Is this a team to watch, man?
I think so. I think you got DeAndre Hopkins, you got Christian Kirk, you got AJ Green, you got that the offense is legit. You got James Conner and who's the other running back coming out the backfield?
Chase Edmonds?
Huh?
Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds. I say Clay Edmonds. Whatever. Anyways. Oh, and before we move on, before we move on, ain't you right? They're definitely a team to look out for. What I was gonna say is the AFC West looks like hell. That is the NFC West. Is that NFC? Yes, NFC West. That shit is a monster, bro. You got the Cardinals, you got the 49ers, you got the Rams, and you got is that the same division? And you got Rams, Seattle,
49ers, Cardinals, and Seahawks, man.
Come on, bro.
That's gonna be tough. They all 1-0 right now. They all 1-0 so far.
That is a lot. There's a lot going on over there. And
That's
before we leave week one and get into week two, let's another a thing that we should look out for. Not Buffalo. The Browns are arguably the second best team in the AFC. They came out, punched the Chiefs in the mouth, seemed like they was making a statement, and Kansas City systematically picked them apart for the rest of the game, and once again proved to us why they are head and shoulders above most teams in the NFL.
They're the Warriors, man.
Yeah, no lead is safe. It's crazy.
It's like they can score this quick every time. You blink, they score. They keep scoring. They just keep scoring. Have you never seen anything like this in football?
It feels fake every time I watch it. Every time I watch it, it feels fake.
Going back to the week one, man, they was doing everything that they were supposed to do, trying to keep them off the field. But that second half, man, they turned up. They turned up that second half, and it was over.
Few more week one highlights. That Dolphins and Patriots game, 17-16. Yes, it was a low-scoring game. That's one of those football chess matches, and they're gonna have those games a few times a year. Rough pickings it's a rough time for the Jets to get their future franchise quarterback with their division being the best it's probably been in 10 years. But maybe it'll be beneficial for Zach Wilson to have to deal with Miami twice a year and the Patriots twice a year and the Bills twice a year to build up his confidence as a quarterback. Because you play in that division, play those teams twice a year, it don't get too much tougher than that in the NFL right now, division-wise. Especially for a young quarterback. I just named 3 good defenses. Well, with the Bills, at least a good secondary.
Yeah.
Okay, my the Ravens lost to the Raiders. Let's just get the team focused now. Try to get this out the way, man.
Nah, John, you got to go first because on Monday night, I could not believe.
Yeah. So, Max Crosby, I'll give a clap it up for that, man, bro. I got you. I ain't going front. Let's pause for a second. The Lamar hate I've been receiving was crazy this week. We did not lose because of Lamar Jackson. Let's get this out the way.
I didn't.
We did not lose because of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
We missing 2 of our best corners. We miss actually 3. 3 of our best corners didn't play in that game. One's out for the year. We missing our three running backs. We missing 3 of our starting running backs. Our 2 go-to backs are missing. Number 1 draft pick receiver is not there. Sammy Watkins, first game here. Mark Andrews fluctuates. This team falling apart, defensively and offensively. And we stayed in that game and had the lead against a completely healthy Raiders team. The O-line, once again, like I've said for all our teams, was the real concern. We could not protect Lamar for shit. Like he missed a few throws that I was like, come on, fam. A few years in now, you gotta make that one. But he also made some throws that he wasn't making before. So at the same time, he did get better as a passer, but he's still missing the like, who is it? I forget who said it. It was one of the talking heads on TV. It was like, he just loses focus in his mechanics when he's throwing. He gets too lackadaisical. He throws like he's in the park and shit like that, and the ball just kind of glides sometimes. He doesn't put enough like emphasis on where it needs to go. But yeah, that was a bad look. Like Max Crosby looked like Aaron Donald mixed with Khalil Mack. Like he was just coming across the edge and Villanueva was supposed to be one of our best O-linemen. Like, yeah, we moved him out of position, but you shouldn't be getting wrecked like that. He wasn't even hitting him with moves. He was like bull rushing him every single time and just getting to the quarterback. And then I didn't like how much Carl Nassib was smiling every time he tackled Lamar. He's smiling mad hard. He's smiling and rolling and shit like that.
You enjoyed that shit.
I didn't like that. But you know, he LGBT and shit. So, but anyway, I did think that the Raiders defense showed up a lot more than I expected, man. It's disheartening. But what I will say is that game it bothered me because it's a game that we should have won, because we're probably not going to win this game tomorrow. I'm just putting that out there. Like, I'm pretty sure we're going to lose to the Chiefs because we haven't beaten them healthy, much less with everybody hurt.
Yeah.
So this doesn't bode well. And starting 0-2 in football is usually a death wish of making the playoffs. But I would say with there being an extra game this season, we might be able to overcome that. But I don't feel good about this. I really don't. This has all the hints of the season from hell coming. Like, every year is that one good team that's injury after injury after injury, and then this.
I know.
Bad plays.
Got the bug, man. They got the bug.
Last year that was the 49ers. This year it feels like us. It happens every year, but hopefully we could we'll bounce back. We'll get healthy in time. I think the defense the defense getting right is kind of more important than the receivers getting right, because our entire play style, we blitz more than anybody in the league. You can't blitz with bad corners. You just can't. You're gonna get smoked every time. So we can't press. We can't do what we usually do. We're getting picked apart in zone. So hopefully we can get some of our guys back. One thing I will say is a bright spot from that game is Patrick Queen looked really good. Like, he's going to be a special linebacker in this league. He's always around the ball, as they say. But yes, that's my team focus. Ravens, we're not looking good for us. I smell 0-2 on the horizon.
Join the club, buddy.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't be in this poverty world with y'all all the time. How y'all do this shit?
I mean, not everybody can get bounced in the first round, but it's all right.
Fuck you, bitch.
Talking to 2 guys who teams don't make it, so you got it.
My team hasn't made it in like 10 years. But so my team focus, Josh, great minds think alike. He was saying that earlier. Zach Wilson,
looked good.
Even though the offensive line looked horrible, he was still making stuff work. He had a interception, but it's gonna happen with rookies. It was a bad interception, but other than that, I want to see how he reacted to that bad interception, because when Sam Darnold was here, after a bad interception, you already knew the game was over.
Check down.
Yeah, you ready? And maybe that's because Adam Gase or whatnot. So I'm gonna be fair to Sam Darnold, but I liked what I saw from Zach Wilson. He was making throws on the run. He was making throws while seeing the hit come, and he puckered up for that hit and still made the throw.
I see him get rocked on a few good passes.
Yeah, and those are dots. So that's one thing I left out of the story of the week, because Zach Wilson really impressed me a lot, and he's gonna be the bright spot to a lot of dark spots on this team.
A lot of ugly season, yeah. For sure. And I like Corey Davis for y'all too. Just to, like, if you're talking about the Jets, like he's gonna give Zach Wilson someone to be comfortable with. He's gonna run good routes and catch the ball when he's supposed to, and that's good. And it's gonna give Elijah more time to grow into himself. So I think that you guys are really set up well. Yeah, and spotlight that bitch ass team.
And I also believe we're about to be 0-2. So Ja, don't worry. And we're on our way. 0-2 club.
Josh, do me a favor and Google Bill Belichick's record after a loss. And you're gonna see how 0-2 you about to be. You're about to 0-2 the shit out of y'all.
Listen, man. We discussed it earlier, I think just in the beginning of the pod, man. It just got to go through the motions with Saquon's name, man. Because, like I said before last week, it's really as far as Saquon's running game can take us, because it opens up the passing game, like you said earlier, man. Like this past week, after watching the Washington football game, like Daniel Jones didn't have a bad game. Like I've seen worse. I've seen worse games from Daniel Jones, and this is one of the more brighter sides of the game, being a little bit more mobile, making throws. It was just the team, their discipline on the line of scrimmage. Everything in between the lines that we are supposed to be doing during practice, the stuff that really matters to drill, as a coach supposed to drill inside the team's head, we fell apart. We threw the game away. We played it too safe, and we allowed our kicker to be the main offensive weapon. I feel like every time we marched down the field, it was a penalty, and we had to settle. Like this week too was the word of the week was pretty much settling, complacency, because we just got too complacent with kicking a field goal instead of taking that risk.
For sure.
So,
for sure, there was complacency is a great way to put what's going on there. It seems like everyone complained about the Saquon pick when it happened. Not everyone, a lot of people. Complained about it when it happens, and I still don't know if it was wrong or right, honestly, because look back at that draft. Like, who was they taking? Like, I know running backs aren't lottery picks anymore, the way the NFL is now, but I still think Saquon's a generational talent at running back. I do. I think that he is special amongst special players. So I think you always draft those guys, but if you're not going to protect him, you're going to waste him.
Just to throw it out there, we took Saquon number 2. Who got taken after him was Bradley Chubb, linebacker, Josh Allen, number 7.
Woo! Take it back.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Take it back.
We got safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, who was pretty dope.
That was a good draft.
Yeah, there's some guys in here, man.
Calvin the other quarter.
I take Saquon over Calvin Ridley.
Me too. Lamar, 32.
What? What did you say?
Second round. So we could have used a first round pick on Lamar, Josh Allen, and still could have ended up with a Nick Chubb.
This is true. So yeah, they fucked that one up.
So
I'll say this, just to join the my team fucked up train. When I watched the preview of Monday Night Football, did y'all also see that Darren Waller was a drug addict before he became a breakout football star?
Yeah.
He was a drug addict for us, the Ravens. He did drugs on our team and became a superstar for somebody else. So fuck you, Darren Waller.
Hey, no, it sounds like Baltimore, the atmosphere.
Nigga got high here, left, and got right. That's some bullshit. Ain't that some shit? This nigga this nigga was down at the towers with Avon and them. This nigga,
hey man, with the Barksfield, come on, man, with the Barksfield.
Happy for you, Darren Waller. I'm happy for you, man.
Oh yeah, Darren Waller, we happy for you too. It's jokes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You rich, you nice and shit.
You nice.
Yeah, he nice. He's nice. Like having being a Ravens fan and like knowing that he was on our team. And then we saw Mark Andrews dropping easy passes, and then Darren Waller kept getting 19 targets, mossing dudes, throwing them off him. Just like he's a lot more of a Raven style player too. He tough, he big, he looked like he'd been through it before. Like it hurts to see. Like when I seen that, I'm like, damn son, we could have Darren Waller. But God bless him, bro. I'm happy that he got his shit together. And he out there in Oakland doing his thing. All jokes aside, so.
God bless.
I joined you, Josh, on my team fucked that up. I mean, my team fucked that up. But yeah, y'all could have had Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb might be better than Saquon right now. That's the whole point. That's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, So, but hey, listen, Saquon is a generational talent. I don't give a fuck what you say. Put Saquon on the Dallas offensive line. See what he'd be doing right now. We'd be talking about him like he was like Barry Sanders.
Historic numbers.
Yeah, and it would be the best highlight reel you ever seen in your life. So, just be patient. Get some old linemen. Spend some money this offseason.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully, it's not being freaking cheap. So,
yeah, y'all never gonna stop being cheap. But speaking of this week, let's just see what's going on in this week's games. We have all right, so we'll do it like we did it last week. We'll all have a pick. We'll go game by game. I'm gonna give you the lines on the games that I think are good bets for some people who want to make money off of me. And if you do, cash at me, B. Sunday 1 p.m. games. We got Pats at Jets. The Patriots are favored in this game by
6.
Me personally, I'm gonna take this one first because I've said that I think this is a great bet. I do like Zach Wilson. I support my friend Josh and his dreams of just becoming a respectable franchise. But there's no safer bet in football than Belichick off a loss. 0. And I don't know if he's owned any team more than he owned the Jets. Maybe the Bills. That might be the only team he owned more than the Jets in his run with the Patriots. They're going to be angry because they lost that game last week. The Jets defense wasn't as good as I expected it to be last week, I'll be honest. I felt like the ball got moved a little too easily, especially for like a team that seemed to lack weapons besides Christian McCaffrey. So I think the Patriots will be able to have an easy time moving the ball. And I think there's no better coach to dismantle a rookie quarterback. I'm sorry. Like Zach Wilson, this will be like his real welcome to the NFL moment will come in this game. Because if it's anyone who's going to beat a rookie quarterback senseless, is Bill Belichick. So Patriots -6, that's a good bet. I got Patriots winning that game by 2 touchdowns. What about you, Josh? Who you got winning that game? All right, let's move on to Ant. You don't gotta do it to him. You don't gotta do it to your guy. Yo, Ant, who you got winning this game, bro? We know Josh is like he's torn. He know what his brain says one thing, his heart says another thing. So let's just.
Man, I got the pass on this, man. I gotta agree with Ja. It's tough, man. It's tough being a Jets fan.
Yo, this is good growing pains right here, bro. This is good growing pains. This is real good growing pains, man. It is.
I don't think the Jets are gonna get punched though.
I do. I do.
I think it will be a touchdown that separates them though.
All right, let's do the math on this, right? Let's just math it up. They only scored 14 points against the Panthers, who don't have a great defense. They have an okay to middling defense. The Pats have the best defensive coach of all time coaching them. They have a rookie quarterback and a shit or O-line. I don't know, man. That don't listen. If you want to make some money, take that bet. If you want to make some money, take the Patriots -6.
Yeah, the Patriots defense is beastie, man. I'm not
gonna like they don't got Gilmore back yet, and the Jets are gonna be forced to throw. And the more they throw, Bill Belichick gonna put that kid in more and more bad situations to throw a pick. You know he will.
They're gonna figure him out.
And you know what's even worse, Ja? I got the Patriots defense in fantasy.
And you gotta play him. You gotta play him. You gonna watch him wreck your team, man.
I'll be like this. I'll be like, damn.
Yes. At least you get some good out of it.
Some points.
It ain't gonna be good, but let's keep it pushing. Next game I have on the slate is the Broncos at the Jags, who the Jaguars could have been part of our week 1 big stories because that was disgusting. What happened to the Jaguars was
Trevor Lawrence.
Everybody had the Texans losing.
Yeah, that was the only game the Texans probably could have won this season because they're supposed to be the worst team in football.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't just that they won; it's how they won. They dominated them.
They scored like 30-some points.
They dominated them, bro. I never seen nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was shocking.
Fool's gold. Yeah, exactly. Trevor Lawrence right now.
For real. Fool's gold for real. I can't take back how crazy of a game that was.
But that is another game because I was tuned in a little bit in that game. That game was crazy to me is because you have a running back that proved that he's a starting running back. Last year, James Robinson, undrafted. But Urban Meyer is so stuck in his ways, he want to help his man's Carlos Hyde. Like, no, Carlos Hyde could get 50% of the carries. What are you doing? Carlos Hyde is not good.
And you have a number one back right there. He proved that he could be a number one back last season.
Like, it's just stuff like that. And then I know Trevor Lawrence looks good, so I'm not gonna say this is an indictment on Trevor Lawrence. I think it's more Urban Meyer. I feel like at some points the offense looked like a college offense.
Yeah, and it's like we had this conversation off cam, but college coaches struggle in the NFL more than they don't.
Yeah,
more like it because one, you're not the richest player on your team no more. In college, the coach is the head of the end all be all. Mm-hmm. In the NFL, you still got like two more bosses above you. There's two more people above you in the NFL. Some of your players are making more money than you, and the coach isn't the draw in the NFL, so you're easily fired. In college, the name Urban Meyer meant a lot. In the NFL, it means nothing. It means nothing
at all.
He would be. Urban Meyer will more than likely end up coaching in college again in the next 3 years.
They're already saying you didn't see his name
with the USD job, right?
Yeah, his name is already popping up after 1 week.
Yeah, I could see.
Send him back to the gulag, man.
I don't see him making it throughout this contract in the NFL, and that's fine. The pros football is not for everybody. Nick Saban, he wasn't terrible as a pro coach, but he wasn't great, and he went to college and became the greatest college coach of all time. Urban Meyer is arguably the second best college coach of all time, and it's just like you go through it. So it's not for everybody. But to touch on this game, I got everywhere I see is Denver -6. I would stay away from the game because I don't trust Denver's quarterback play enough to give them like a 6-point win over just about. And even no matter how bad Jacksonville was last week, it's just hard. Even with the Denver's defense being as great as it is, I don't see it with I don't see the 6 points with a quarterback. I don't trust the quarterback. But if someone wanted to make the bet, you could talk me into it. But I would take Denver in this game. Denver will win this game. What about you guys? Let's start with you, Ant, since Josh went last time.
I'm going with Denver again, man. The front defensive line is too much. Against a rookie quarterback, I'm always going to take those numbers, man. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a close one still. Because Teddy Bridgewater is not all the way as a quarterback that I would expect him to be, but he's more polished than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So
for sure. And what about you, Josh?
I'm going Denver, and Ant said defensive line. That they corners is good too. Like,
yeah,
that defense is really stout. They have the pieces on offense. They just missing the quarterback. No offense, Teddy Bridgewater. But I feel like Denver. I'm taking this bet. I'm putting that on my parlay. This is I got Denver in this one.
Teddy is definitely a really good game manager. And you could manage yourself to a 25-point win against Jacksonville. They suck. I'm just like, it's hard. Like when I'm telling people to put money on things, it's hard for me to, like, if I'm telling you to put money on something, like the defense or the quarterback has to be enough for me to like believe in this bet. And the defense is good, but show me again. So yeah. And what about you? Who you got? Did you answer this question already? Yeah. You answered this already?
What, for Jags?
Yeah.
Yeah, Denver. I got Denver.
Yeah, he's at Denver.
Right. Sometimes I don't hear light-skinned niggas when they talk sometimes. My bad, bro.
Yeah, relax, man. That's selective hearing.
Yeah, I don't hear bitch assness.
Yeah, watch it.
Next game for this, and this right here is Ant's game of the week, if I'm not mistaken. 49ers at Eagles.
You know who I'm going with, man.
Go ahead, shoot.
Earlier. Come on, man. Business is booming. Business is booming, man. The Hurts business is going to be here. They're going to show up. Eagles, man.
This is a tough one.
It's going to be a good game. I got faith. And because
let me give you the line on this right now, Josh, because I know you got a gambling problem a little bit. Let me check. You do,
it's -3.
It's a great bet, man. 49ers -3. You see how that offense and that defense, well, the defense was a little shaky. They did let Detroit come back. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. Defense wasn't amazing. But -3 at a team that we're not sure is good, but we know the 49ers are good. We know that.
The Eagles are home.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got to put that factor in there. The Eagles are home.
The Eagles are home. So
take the Eagles back, man. I'm telling you right now.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to say.
Yo, the Eagles going 2-0 is like what?
Listen, the Eagles go 2-0. They're gonna win that division. That's what they need. Two-game lead. That division is wrapped up.
I told Josh.
I don't know. I can't do it. I believe in the Eagles, but I'm going San Fran in this one.
Even though they the line, would you take the -3?
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. Listen, Raheem Mostert. I know Raheem Mostert's out, but they're fine. They do running back by committee. And Deebo Samuel had a monster. Deebo Samuel had a monster game last week. I know it's the Lions, but I think this team is gonna be fine. Greg Kittle running in the middle of the field. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good.
George Kittle. They called him Greg.
Kittle?
Just George Kittle.
Yeah, he looked like a Greg to me.
He's like a Greg. He looks very Greggish. I agree. I will also take the 49ers. I'll stay away from the 3. The Eagles burned me last week. The team looked a lot better. It looked a lot better than I expected it to. The O-line was getting a lot of push. Like that O-line got a lot of push last week. Like, I know they had Jason Peters back with it. Like they were moving like legit, like moving the line 3-4 yards down the field whenever they felt like it. So it really seems like the Eagles might be a lot better. And I realize that offensive line pay is way more important than like our young football minds may have thought about. So I'm going to just give the Eagles a puncher's chance. I'm going to stay away from this game, but I will take the 49ers just to pick overall. But be very wary of the Eagles.
And booming. Don't forget.
So I went 49ers, Josh went 49ers, Ant went Eagles. Next games, Rams at Colts. Ant, this one's on you.
Ooh, I like this one.
I'm going with the Rams. For me, I feel like this isn't as close. I feel like the Rams are going to run away with this one. I feel like their offense is better than the Colts offense. I don't trust Carson Wentz. Trust Matthew Stafford with the weapons he has. Darrell Henderson is hoop. Like he shows he can be a running back one. So I got the Rams on this, man, over the Colts easily.
What about you, Josh?
Yeah, I got the Rams. I honestly like this Rams team a lot coming into the season. So Matthew Stafford finally has a great team around him. He has a great defense, and I feel the Colts do have a good team, a very good team. The one thing with me though is just Carson Wentz. I feel like he's gonna need a couple weeks. And I like that offense way better than the Colts offense. So I'm going with Rams.
I don't think it's a hard sell to be picking the Rams here. Let me just give you a Vegas got it at. Just to let you know, Vegas got it at 3.5.
Yeah, that's
so. But let's not forget, Indy has a great defense. Like this is not like a shit defense they're going against. The thing why I will go with the Rams and the 3.5 is Sean McVay is out to prove a point this season. Like he has kind of been crying that golf wasn't enough beforehand. Golf wasn't enough. I would have won a Super Bowl if he wasn't my quarterback. I could have did this if he wasn't my quarterback. And it kept on hitting the wall. He finally got a quarterback. And he opened up that offense something crazy. Like they hung a 30 something on the Bears. That's a good defense. And it was like bomb after bomb. They making up chunk plays over and over again. And I don't think the Colts have that kind of offense firepower to like go with that. And their defenses might be even, maybe. But I know the two best defensive players on the field are both on the Rams side of the ball. Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald are arguably the two best defensive players in the NFL on the same team.
Yeah.
So we know Carson Wentz get happy feet. We know he's scared to leave the pocket now. We know he don't throw. He avoided the left side of the field throwing that way like all year. Or was it the right? It was one of the sides of the field last year. He just wasn't throwing there. And with that pressure coming up the middle from Aaron Donald, it seems like hell is on the way to them. The Colts do have the benefit of having one of the better O-lines in the league. I don't know if they got their star lineman back yet, but they do have a great offensive line, so they have a chance. But I got the Rams 3.5. I'm taking the Rams.
They're missing a lot of their receivers too, like T.Y. Hilton is out
always,
and it's another receiver too. So they're dealing with a lot of injuries. Also, they can overcome it. I'm not saying it's a wash.
It's not doom or gloom, but like if you had to put your money on something, we taking the Colts. Raiders at Steelers. I ain't gonna stay on this for long. I ain't gonna stay here for much longer. Like the Raiders beat us because we had a shit offensive line. Steelers also have a shit offensive line, but they have the best defense possibly in football. They definitely looked that way last week. They embarrassed the Bills. Like they were all over the Bills last week. They got all pros on every level, every single level. They got multiple all pros. I don't know about their safeties as much, but I know from corner to linebacker to D-line, they got world beaters on both sides. They got like TJ Watt. What's the other great defensive lineman they got? Tuitt, if I'm not mistaken. Stephon Tuitt with them, if I'm not mistaken. What's the other? Cam Hayward, Bud Dupree, Minkah Fitzpatrick, like
TJ.
Exactly. So just I'm not even gonna go much deeper into that. I got the Steelers winning this year, right? And they're in Pittsburgh. And one thing that no one really talks about the coaching advantages in these games. Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. Just to put that out there, not a one.
Never.
So
well, all the drama that be happening too.
Everything that happened there. And Vegas got Pittsburgh by 6. I see 6.5 on certain sites. 6. I wouldn't take this bet. That's a lot because the Raiders are a good team.
Good offensive, yeah.
But they got a good team. I wouldn't, especially after where they moved the ball last week, because even with all the injuries we had, we still do have a good defense, and they moved the ball pretty good on us. So we'll see. But the rate. Let me not keep going back and forth. We'll see. I got the Steelers. What about you, Ant?
I got the Steelers on this. Like you said, the defense. The Raiders are missing Josh Jacobs, so they're missing their guy. They have Kenyon Drake out there getting most of the workload. I'm going with the Steelers, man, because the Raiders really don't have a good enough offense to keep up against the defense and to keep up with the Steelers offense anyway. So with that recipe, man, I got the Steelers convincingly.
Yeah, I got the Steelers. They made a Bills offense that was great last year. Last time we saw them look minimal. Yep. So if they could do that to them, I have confidence they could do that to Derek Carr.
Yeah. They made a Bills team who I think their offense is on the same level as Kansas City and Tampa look like an offense that wouldn't be top 10 in the league, top 15 in the league. So that there, I'm not going to argue with. I think we all pretty much see that one. If it goes the other way, the Raiders are like the Cinderella team of the early season because they got 2 wins nobody's seen them getting. And they kind of running through one of the tougher divisions in football, AFC North. Next game, Bengals at Browns. Bengals at Bears. I messed that one up.
I kind of like this one.
I do because I liked how the Bengals looked last week. And Vegas agrees with us. Everywhere I'm seeing, these are lines I'm seeing. Anywhere between 1 to 2. So I'm seeing it from 1, 1.5, and -2. So this is the epitome of what would be called the Vegas zone. The Vegas has no idea what to do with the game. So give these weird lines like 1.5.
1.5.
Who the fuck are 1.5? You know what I mean? It's saying these teams are even. So
Bengals,
I'm going with Bengals. I think they win this game.
Bengals
have more what? What do you why I picked the Bengals?
They got the better quarterback.
Okay. And that's your reason too?
Better offense, in my opinion. I feel like Allen Robinson and Montgomery might be the better players, but it stops after that. I feel like the rest of the better offensive players in skill positions are T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Ja'Marr
Chase,
Joe Mixon. So they got more deep team.
Yeah, I will say, I think this one is gonna go back to our team's narrative. Bad O-lines get wrecked by good defensive lines, and the Bears have a good defensive line. What's your boy's name? The quarterback for Joe Burrow. Burrow was like the most sacked quarterback in the league last year before he got hurt. So I don't see you winning the game with your quarterback on his ass the whole game. I'm gonna pick the Bears on this one.
My thing with the Bears is just like it's really Andy Dalton. I don't know why Matt Nagy is just so insisting, like, yo, this is the number one quarterback. I don't want to hear nothing else. This is our starting quarterback. It's just the reason why you lost to the Rams last week.
While you were saying that, I kept hearing that meme in my head. That's racist. That's all I heard when you were saying that.
And I get it, because some of these rookie quarterbacks are not ready. Justin Fields wasn't ready. And others in history wasn't ready, like Patrick Mahomes. Not saying he's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But you gotta, at least, if he's better, everybody thinks he's better than Andy Dalton. You have to start Justin Fields.
You see what he did last week? He got in there. He got the rushing touchdown.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what coach said this, but I thoroughly do agree with this. If you're gonna lose with the kids. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna lose with the kids.
Have him have growing pains.
I think Matt Nagy's also looking towards the future. It's like, I don't want my future face of the franchise quarterback to get rocked on every single drop back this season. Because what's up with the O-lines this season? Like, we keep saying this has been like a reoccurring theme of this pod so far, but that Bears O-line ain't it. Like, and you want to get him the reps, but you don't want to get him like wrecked before he gets like shell shocked and shit, you know?
I feel you on that. It's just to go back on that point. I get that, but how long is this Bears defense going to be good?
You're right.
For you, like, we gotta start thinking. These guys are getting older. The Bears defense. It's not like this is a young defense like San Fran. That's why people always believe in San Fran every year, because this is a young defense.
Yeah.
This Bears defense was kind of middle age. It's like now this last year might have been their peak. We don't know. I'm just talking of one game, but last year might have been, that's the last time their peak.
True. So you're right. The defense doesn't look as good as it used to, and some of their players have regressed. They have. They had one of the better secondaries in football a few years ago. It's not that good anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But and just to like play devil's advocate to what you just said, though, look at the Bengals. They threw Joe Burrow out there with a bad offensive line last year. And what happened? Towards ACL, you know what I mean? So it's up in the air. I'm gonna take the Bears just off. I believe in that defense. I believe they're gonna be able to create pressure and create turnovers. But I wouldn't be surprised because I do believe in Joe Burrow. I think he's a good quarterback. Like, he's very calm under pressure. He knows how to move around. But I think he's still going to be getting back to swing of things. So I got the Bears winning this game probably by 1 point, honestly. Like, that's Vegas usually right, y'all. Just to put that out there. But next, we got the blowout of the week. Texans at Browns. Wait. Before I even say the line, I want y'all to guess the line. What do y'all think Vegas got this game at?
It got to be 2 touchdowns.
You tell me what you think Vegas got this game at.
Like 14.5.
All right. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. Ant, don't cheat. You cheating? You Googling it?
I'm not Googling
it. So what do you got, Ant? Guess.
I think I'll say 20.
I got about 3 touchdowns. I got this by 3 touchdowns.
Let me tell you something, Ant. If you ever go on a gambling site and someone's a 3 touchdown favorite, take the other team, bro. I'm telling you, that's too much big of a spread. Josh, you were closer. The line I'm seeing is 13.5, 13 to 13.5 everywhere. That's a huge line.
I might take that.
It's a lot of points to take, bro. Anything can happen in a football game.
You right.
That's a lot of points to take. Because 10 points is a blowout in football. You know what I mean? So you asking them to win by 14. That's what you say.
I might take the Texans.
Exactly. No, I might take the Texans too.
Take the Browns.
Listen, last time we thought the Texans were going to get blown out by the Jaguars. I know the Jaguars are not that good. They're not the same level of team as the Browns. But Tyrod Taylor, we got to say, he looked great.
Trust black quarterbacks.
He almost threw for 300. He was 10 yards away from 300 yards.
All I'm going to say about the Browns is, man, after the loss they took at the Chiefs, they're going to come back, and they know they need to win.
But I don't know. But 14 points is a lot of points. That's 2 touchdowns.
Oh, we thought the Lions was going to get smoked, and they lost by 8.
America, take this bet, man.
All right, man. So we split on, well, no one's sure on this. I think the Browns will win the game, but I don't think they're going to win by 14 points. I don't see that coming.
I got them by 14.
All right. And Josh, what about you? Taking the Browns? You taking the Browns and the points?
I got, 10. I got the Browns by 10.
All right. I believe
in Josh. Soft. I got it by 14, man. Big money.
We soft to make the bet.
But I'm not making the bet. I'm not making it.
Take your money and go to the sports book and make your bet. If you,
I'm about to take the trip to Capital One Arena and go place the bet, man.
No, the fuck you not.
You don't know what I'm doing after this, bro.
All right, shut up. Next game, Saints at Panthers. I got the Saints. The Saints really surprised the shit out of me last week. I did not see that coming at all. That defense looked all world.
No, you gotta.
Yeah.
And that W, eating the W, man.
You gotta eat that W.
Stupid ass Jameis Winston. But this one's close. Everywhere I'm seeing is 3.5. They got New Orleans by 3.5. New Orleans by 3. New Orleans by 3.5. I'm gonna take that. I think that's a safe bet. I know betting on Jameis is like you playing with your money, but that's a safe bet. I believe in Sean Payton. I believe that one thing football has over every other sport is the infrastructure part. If your infrastructure is set, like no matter what everything else around you might be, you're going to find a way to be good. And the Saints have been good literally for 12 years at this point, like 12 to 11 years. They've been one of the best franchises in football.
Yeah.
They got a quarterback who is more dynamic than their last quarterback. So yeah, Drew, what they lose in game management, they gain in like ability to go downfield. Their defense is elite. They have arguably the best running back in football. Most complete defensive football if you ask certain people. So yeah, I got the Saints. I think the Saints by 3 is, even if they're at Carolina, I think Saints by 3 is a safe bet. Josh?
I'm picking the Saints, yo. Fuck the Panthers.
Sound logic there.
The Saints have an overall better team. I like the Panthers offense, but their defense is still a little. They can be good, but they're still a little young to me. So I'm going with the veteran Saints offense over the Panthers young defense. That's the big difference with me.
Makes sense to me.
And the Saints can get to Sam Darnold, so we'll see.
They're gonna get to him. Believe me, he will be sacked a lot. He will be seeing ghosts, as he says.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the guy for this game.
Contrarian.
I'm gonna be the guy.
Panthers 2-0.
I got the Panthers 2-0. Christian McCaffrey is going. I feel like this is going to be the battle mainly of the two running backs of Kamara and Christian McCaffrey. And usually I don't want to go against the black guy, man. But this white running back over here, he's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And he can carry a team receiving wise and rushing wise. So it can ease the strain on Sam Darnold a little bit.
But he can do that against the Jets, not the Saints, bro.
I know, but I feel like he could.
Okay.
Like he could.
So you think he's white Michael Jordan?
I ain't gonna say Michael Jordan, but he could be like the Larry Bird for running back. Just keep him like in his let me typecast him. And I feel like even though they got Jameis Winston who can throw downfield, I still feel like the Panthers might have the better receiving core. So it's
they do.
The best receiver.
The Panthers do.
So it's when you have those kind of weapons, even against the best of the defenses, it gives you a fighting chance. Like outside of Kamara, I don't really trust the skill positions.
I ain't arguing with you, fam. I'll take your word. I listen. You didn't convince me, but you made a case.
I tried to make my case, man. That's the best I could do here.
That's all you could do here.
So
moving on to the next game. Vikings at Cardinals. The Cardinals, who were probably one of the biggest surprises last week, put on like a dominant offensive performance, like just straight up dominant. I don't know if they saw third down last week, honestly.
Pretty much. Why not?
So who do you guys in this? Vikings at Cards.
I got the Cardinals.
The line is anywhere between -2.5 to 3.5. So
for Cardinals?
Cardinals, yes. Cardinals are favored in this game.
So and they at home? I'm taking that. I might take that.
That's a good bet.
I would never trust Kirk Cousins in any football.
You like that?
No. I'll never trust them in any football situation ever. So my money automatically is going on the Cardinals. Man.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Arizona because what happened to the Vikings defense? Wasn't this one of the best defenses in the NFL like 2 years ago? This shit is nothing. It's not
Allegedly.
like
Now
everyone scores on them. Everybody scores high on them. Moves the ball on them. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm going with Cardinals because I think this is Kyler Murray MVP season.
Woo!
So
Josh with the hot take. Put it on the t-shirt.
So I'm going Kyler. And they just had that Chandler Jones. You know, Chandler Jones had 5 sacks.
5 sacks. They ain't paid that
in one game, man.
They didn't pay him this offseason, so he trying to get paid.
So when you got him on one side and JJ Watt on the other, I don't know.
I'm gonna say this right now.
I don't know.
Since Josh has given me a hot take, I'm gonna throw a hot take out there now. So we just a little hot take second. Chandler Jones might break the sack record, bro. He got 5 week 1. The record is 22.5, I think. He on pace. Like say he get 2 a game for the rest of the season. 16 games.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He already got 5. He needs 5 more to get 10.
Bro, 16 times 2 is 32. So he's smoking that record.
Yeah, I don't know if he gets 2. I don't know if he gets 2.
You crazy.
But one a game for the rest of the season. 1 a game. He could do that.
Yeah.
1 a game. He still get the record. No, he off about 1 if he don't get it. Damn. So you gotta have a double sack game.
He's gonna have to. That's gonna be tough.
That's my hot take of the season. Chandler Jones sack record. He's gonna break the sack record. Hot take. All right, let's move on. I wish I could have bet that at the beginning of the year. That's like a good bet now. But that's the gambler in me talking. Falcons at Bucks. Do we gotta stay on this game for long? Because I'm just gonna say
no.
Bucks by 1 million. Let me check the line. I'm
going with Tom Brady.
Yeah, this one don't even really matter. Yeah, they got everywhere I'm seeing is between 12 and 13 is the line. So yeah.
Don't even bet that.
I won't.
Don't even bet that.
No, I don't want to bet this game.
We felt
Atlanta,
more comfortable.
Atlanta will score points.
More
than likely.
You should feel more comfortable betting the Texans than this.
Yeah. There's a good chance this is a 4 touchdown win. This could be crazy. This could be really, really crazy. So I think we all good. Consensus. Yeah, lock it in. Lock it in. Next game. Titans at Seahawks. A little more interesting. Titans started the season off badly. I didn't like what I saw at all. There was no creativity in the offense. They ran the ball on like every first down, and literally every time they ran the ball on first down, they lost yards. Their power is in their play action game because you could play action into like passes to Julio and the other big ass receiver AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. This is a good matchup for them because we all know Seattle's defense has been sus for like a decade. But since the Legion of Boom left, has been sus. So this is a close one. But I got the Seahawks with that.
Okay. We're on the same page with that one, John. I got the Seahawks.
Let me get the line real quick. The line real quick would be Seattle by 6.5. That's a lot. It's a lot, y'all.
I'm going with the Titans.
Contrarian.
I'm going with the Titans.
They're in Seattle though. Remember that.
They're in Seattle, but that Seattle's secondary is not impressive to me at all. I can be wrong, but the way that Seattle plays games close every time, I'm gonna take the Titans. And knowing the good team the Titans was last year, they always come back next week. They respond to a punch in the face. I'll say that. So I'm gonna go with Titans on this one.
Yeah, it's a close. It could be close regardless because like the Titans are a team who have had a lot of success. You know, so it's not like I'd be surprised if they were to win this game. It's just what I saw last week looked nothing like the Titans we are used to seeing, and we all do know it gets to a certain point with running backs that you hit a wall in terms of like being overused. And Derrick Henry has led the league in carries for 3 straight years and it ran for 2,000 yards in back-to-back seasons. So just in terms of like wear and tear, I don't care who you are, eventually that catches up to you. I think he had over 300 something carries last year. You could be as strong as you want. NFL filled with big, strong guys. So I think this might be a regression year for Tennessee.
Yeah,
I could see.
Yeah, I got the Seahawks, man. I feel like Russell Wilson knows how to win games.
Yeah, and we know early season Seahawks is better than late season Seahawks.
Yes. After week 7 to 8, then you got to be nervous. But until then, MVP quality type of work from Russell Wilson, man.
And this is our other game of the week here. We have Cowboys at Chargers. Josh picked for game of the week.
It's a high scoring game.
It's going to be a high scoring game.
I might bet the over in points scored.
That might be. I'll let you know what the over under for that one is. Dallas. Well, the Chargers is favored by 3, and the over under is 55. I would take. Oh, the over is 55. I would take that 100 times out of 100. You telling me these two teams got both
only like 20 something?
27, 28. One team could score 30. Other team could score 25.
And how much the Cowboys scored against the Bucks?
I think that was a high scoring game. I'm not sure. I know it was high scoring. Let's see. But yeah, I'll just say off of what I know about these two offensive, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Chargers I'm gonna go Cowboys because they need to win more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chargers. I don't feel like the Cowboys defense can hold up against Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Eckler if he's healthy. And Zeke, I'm not gonna lie, Zeke just been really looking really mid lately. Even dating back to last season. I know Dak wasn't playing last year, so
he had to play, and he was basically an offensive lineman in the last game. They needed him to be on the offensive line.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And just for point of reference, Cowboys at Bucks was 29-31. So they combined for 70 points, 60. No. Yeah, 61 points. 60 points? 60 points. Damn, my math is off. 60 points. So 55 seems very doable. You know what I mean? 55 seems very doable between these two teams. 30, 25, somebody rich. But it's still a lot of points, 55 points. But
yeah, man. Damn, man.
Going with the Chargers, bro.
And Chargers. Those Z comments hurt me because it's like they was using him as a blocker. He's their best alternative blocker.
Whose fault is that?
Huh?
Whose fault is that?
Was not Zeke's.
The O-line, and which I feel like was going to do him dirty again.
I feel, and I get what you're saying with Zeke is that the numbers is not there, but he's doing what he can for the team right now. But I'm going with the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers.
Me too. I'm going with the Cowboys though because they need this win, bro. They can't. They could be 0-2 and win this division, but they need this win.
They do need this win, but I feel like the health is on the Chargers side, and they actually have some defensive pieces that kept getting hurt, like Derwin James, who's available to play. And I feel like he's going to make an important key play, which flips it in the side of the Chargers. So I'm going Chargers.
Let's not act like I'm saying that's my team. Let's not act like the Cowboys didn't make a lot of plays on defense.
Bro, they did.
They made plays, bro. They did. They might be one of those defenses.
They had like 4 or 5 turnovers.
I think there's 4. They might be one of those defenses that's opportunistic, but it's not necessarily like shut down. Like they might just get the turnovers, which is like with an offense like theirs is kind of all you need. Just give yourself a few more chances on offense. But I feel you. This game could go either way. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched even down to like the quarterback plays. I know Dak is more seasoned, but Herbert, that kid's the goods. Like we don't talk about him enough because he plays for like the fucking Chargers and no one cares about the Chargers. But he's special. He really is. He is a quarterback that once he gets like his first playoff game and the world gets to see him kind of how what happened with Josh Allen in the playoffs last year. It's gonna be one of those breakouts like, oh shit, there's another one. But yeah. And our final game of the week. Oh no, we skipped over my game. I tried to skip over. I'm sorry, guys.
Yo, this is like
a
Jock
I really
Gold.
tried to skip over this shit, man. I deleted that shit subconsciously, bro. Oh man, Sunday night game, Chiefs at Ravens.
GG's in the chat, boys. You know what's going on.
Fuck you, man.
You know what's going down, man.
Go ahead. Give y'all stupid ass picks.
Chiefs by how many are we talking?
So now I got to tell y'all how much my team's supposed to lose by. I got to do everything.
Yes. Tell us the Vegas stat.
It's actually not that bad. It's 3.5 to 4. So I would say take this all the way. I would take Kansas City 12 million ways if this line will go up from 4.
It's definitely a touchdown.
Come on, we don't have good players besides Lamar right now. I think 4 is way too low.
The Lamar Ravens, man.
Vegas usually knows more than we do. Just always remember that. Vegas don't take L's too often. So I would say Vegas probably knows something about the defense that's coming back. Vegas might know something. But I don't think Baltimore really got a chance in this game. If we used to win this game, Lamar would have to have his signature career game tonight. I mean, on Sunday night. Like, if we wake up Monday morning and the Ravens won that game, Lamar threw for 400 yards, ran for 200 yards, and had 7 combined touchdowns. That's what happened. That's like the only chance of winning.
Madden on rookie.
Yes, exactly. It's like when I play Franz at Madden. Shout out to my boy Franz.
Damn, you did it.
But yeah, I'm gonna go. It hurts me to say it, Kansas City, and I'm gonna take that -4 easy.
Yes, sir. We all are. We're all on the same page with that. So,
and the over/under on this is 54.5, just in reference to like that Cowboys line. So this is also planned on being a high-scoring game.
How much of the points think going to come from the Chiefs? Oh, from the Ravens.
4.
4
of the 54.
2 safeties and that's it.
That's what we got in us, man. All right, and now, Josh, you agree with us? Josh, is Kansas City?
It's easy. Come on, man. No offense.
Thanks for not like really going in.
Take it with offense, man.
Shut up, man.
Fuck. Talk about that shit about the Giants. You joined the club.
Monday Night Football. Oh man, it's gonna be an ugly one. Lions at Packers.
Nobody want to see this shit.
Let's preference this with just saying, there's no player in the NFL who is more fun to watch than a pissed off Aaron Rodgers, and he just got wrecked at home. Well, he's got wrecked in his first game back. He don't like his coach. People talking shit about him, and he loves to kick the shot at the Lions. The line on this is anywhere between 10 and 11.5, depending on the sports book you go to. I'm taking the points. I'm taking the Packers. I'm taking the points, and I'm taking the over, which is 48. I'm taking everything. This is going to be a master class.
Over 48?
Yeah. They scored. What? Didn't the Lions score like 30 last week?
Yeah, they scored 33 or some shit.
Exactly. Like, that thing, that's easy. That means both teams got to score 24.
So you taking the Lions line plus 12?
Oh, no, I'm taking the Packers to win by like 17 points in this game. Like, I think it's going to be crazy. Like, I think this is going to be fucking nuts. Like, this is going to be, remember when the Patriots had that game against, they came back after Kansas City kicked the shit out of them and they beat somebody the following week and they're just going crazy, slamming the ball on the sideline. It's going to be that. Watch. It's going to be nuts. And it's Monday night. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah, Green Bay, I'm taking the points and I'm taking the over. What about y'all?
I'm here with the contrary.
Contrarian man.
I think the Aaron Rodgers FU to the management tour continues. I really believe he's throwing this.
I don't know, man.
I think so. This is the last year in the contract, I believe.
It's very hard to throw games in football, though. It's hard to throw football games.
Well, because he didn't make it look that way last week.
Listen, he may get away with it for 1 week. He ain't get away with it for it too. One of them big ass D linemen, all I'm will fuck him up in that locker room. You got me taking damage for fake football? Yeah, I'm beating your ass.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout where he throw to have like the low QBR rating again. It's gonna be slightly closer. It's gonna be more compelling. But he's gonna lose his game. He's gonna hit us with the relax like he did last time.
RELAX. Relax, Packerland. We got this.
He's going to hit us with that same thing again, and then we're all going to shut up and we're going to relax. So I do feel like he's going to just do one more I told you so to management and then show why he's still Aaron Rodgers. But, yeah, I got the line from this.
So you taking the Lions line of 12.5?
No.
Taking them to win. They're going to win.
They're going to win.
Woo! This nigga jumped out the window.
I got the Lions winning.
Jeez.
That's right.
Ant don't give a fuck no more.
Yo,
he don't care.
He don't care. I care. He don't care.
Nigga said he don't care. I care. That's why I bet on them because he don't care.
Lions winning. See, I got the Packers winning, but I got the Lions line. Yeah. I think the Lions is one of those teams, those bad teams that don't know they're that bad. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna play their hearts out. Just like because their coach was the one, he came out for the introductory press conference talking about I eat kneecaps and stuff like that.
I eat kneecaps, I break ribs.
Yeah, like
so an ex-murderer.
He's gonna have them hype for the first, I want to say 7 weeks, and they're gonna be in close games for the first 7 weeks. I think
dive after 7 weeks. Fall off a cliff.
So I'm taking that Lions line 12.5 because we all thought the Lions was gonna get smoked against the 49ers, and it was looking like that until the Lions in the second. Smoked. The Lions in the second half. Jared Goff was like, "Wait, hold on now.
Ain't that bad.
Ain't
that bad.
I was a good quarterback a couple years ago. Look what I did.
Before let me tell you. Let me tell you something. As a nigga, I know when somebody checked out at the workplace. I've been that guy. I've been that guy for a while. I know when a nigga checks out at the workplace, and Aaron Rodgers is looking like he is. Him and Davante Adams is just like, yo, bro, this is our last year. This is our last shift here. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. We out.
Well, that would be nuts.
So
you taking the Lions?
Both of their contracts is up after this year, right?
Yep. No, Aaron Rodgers' contract is not up, but there's a
way
to
Davante Adams is.
Yes, there's a way to finesse his deal at the end of the year to work it out where they don't have to pay him and all this type of shit. So I think they both will end up on the same team next season. And I think that team is Denver. I think they will both be Denver Broncos next season. Wow. And the Broncos gonna win the Super Bowl.
You know, the Raiders, their car is pushing hard for Davante Adams. That's his college teammate.
It's not gonna happen, buddy. Nigga, imagine leaving Aaron Rodgers for fucking David Carr, whatever car that is. Imagine leaving Aaron Rodgers for one of the Carr brothers, nigga. That's like having a Tesla and they're like, nah, I want to drive this Camry everywhere. What? Are you crazy? Are you fucking stupid? That's not gonna happen. Like, you beg him all you want. Like, yeah, that's not happening. But with that said, that's the end of our football talk, y'all. We ran through the show. It was fun. We got through it.
Yes, sir. Listen, man.
Another week, my team might be 0-2 when y'all see me when we hear from me next week. So if I'm a little agitated, if I'm playing ants role next week, you know why? Because I'm not used to this poverty shit of 0-2 like some of my friends might be. But
wow.
I said some of my friends. I ain't talking about, I got more friends than y'all niggas. But that's it, man. This has been episode 2 of season 2, because football season is now season 2 if anybody wasn't paying attention. This is not episode 2 of season 2 of the That's Only podcast. I am your host, Ja. Once again, got the pleasure of being joined by my grimy crimies, my partners in pod, my cohorts, Mr. Oh My
Josh,
and the tagless, the incomparable, always agitated, PG County's finest.
Not from there.
So you from, bro?
0-2 on 3, man.
1, 2, 3.
0-2.
Let's go. You know the vibes, man.
And you got to end the